morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. I am great, actually. So, do you know what is a driving force that determines the quality of your life? Yes, that's a phenomenal question. What is the driving force that determines the quality of everyone's life? And we're going to get into that in a little bit. So, hello, world, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Savanh, my beautiful wife, my angel, my queen here, and my amazing business partner, Phyllis Savanh.
Hi, everyone.
Yes, and today is very exciting. So today is Friday, and but before we get started, we just want to congratulate you for finding us. Why we say that is because we're going on this amazing journey together, this journey of transformation, and we just wanted to really congratulate you, because if you're here, you're looking to change your life and to change the lives of those around you, and you're always looking to grow. So we just wanted to commend you and honor you for that. And today is very exciting. So every Friday we do an influencer topic, right? Mm-hmm. Today we are learning from one of our mentors, our hero, right? And an individual who's guiding us through our life, our business, our relationship, our as human beings and as leaders in our community, in our companies, Tony Robbins, none other than Tony Robbins. So, look, we've learned from so many influential leaders, from John Maxwell, Stephen Covey, Dean Grant, so many people, but, Tony really has impacted our life the most and our business the most. So, we're going to teach a lot from him. And today we're going to be discussing the topic of the 6 human needs, right? So if you look at everything that's going on in your life, why did your, wife leave you? Why did your husband leave you? Why did your life end up the way it is? Why did you choose this career? Why did you get fired from your last job? Why can't you get a job right now? Where are you living where you're at? So
and it's like, what really makes you make the decision that you're making, right? What makes you go, skydiving, right? What makes you decide to learn how to cook, right?
Yes.
What makes you take a taxi instead of Uber? Everything is actually based on science and based on, human needs. And we thought that, today will be a great episode for us to share with you, because that have actually changes our view of us, and now I actually understand, why Cease is addicted to me, right? And why most men are very addicted to work. Because that is all about the human needs, right? So that's why we really wanted to share with you. And this can be applied to anything that you're doing, whether you're working, you're raising your children, you're talking to your husband or your wife, you're running a business, you're having your leisure, which is amazing. And again, if you really enjoyed this episode, just make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment below. And we really, really appreciate that. And because that would really help us, spread our word to, everyone else around you.
Most definitely. Yes. The quality of your life is determined by the decisions you make, right? And your decisions you make are really driven by these forces, right? These forces. What is that force? Well, it's needs, right? And as human beings, we have 6, ultimately 6 human needs that we all have them. We all want them. Right? But the difference is we value certain needs more than the others.
Yes.
That's all it is. So we're going to walk you through a little bit story of us. So the 6 human needs. So, but before we actually walk you through the story, we'll kind of go through the 6 human needs real quick.
Yes.
So this way you know what they are. And then we'll share with you our story, what were our top 2 needs, and kind of how we ended up where we were and how we are where we are now.
Yes.
So
Yes.
The first need is the need for certainty.
Yeah, so certainty, that I have a lot. Growing up, I don't have a lot of certainty because, my mom and dad wasn't with me. So growing up, I need a lot of certainty. And a lot of women actually need a lot of certainty too. So what does that mean? That means that, we are, that we can have an assurance to avoid pain and gain pleasure.
Yes.
It's almost as like everything has to be within our control, right? I know that John Gray talked about this too, mommy actually we don't even have to talk about mommy bringing the kids out. Like yesterday we went to, I went to a park, I stuffed Cease's bag with a ton of stuff. Just in case we have this situation.
That's her certainty, right?
Yeah,
just every situation.
So I have my, my power bank, my battery charger, my phone charger, our food, right, lotion, right, sunscreen, right, multiple masks, just in case if we lost one. We did lost one, which is, my just in case happened, right? But he's like, why do we bring all this? We can just bring our cell phones and money, and then we can just buy everything there, right? So that was very different.
And you know what's crazy? The certainty for men I saw at the park yesterday, they didn't bring all that stuff. They just wanted the certainty to get drunk. So all they wanted was a bottle opener, right? A wine corkscrew. That's it. That's all I saw. That's all that they brought. It's just the certainty to get drunk.
You're funny, honey.
Yeah.
And then obviously you go towards the uncertainty, right? So, men really embrace uncertainty. And if you want your son and your children to be strong, just make sure that the daddy actually bring them out a lot more, because mommy is giving them the love and the certainty, which we're going to go over about the certainty. But the daddy will always it's okay, we'll figure it out. And then they learn how to figure things out.
Yes.
And that is something that mommy usually have a hard time giving away, because I don't want my baby to get hurt.
Yes.
And he's like, what's wrong with the kids getting hurt? I mean, they have to get hurt. They got to get some scars. We have boys, right? The scar's going to make them look sexy. I was like, what is going wrong with you?
Yeah, so the need to feel certainty, right? So it's your need to feel safe and secure about your future. That's really what it is.
Yes.
So if you think about it, even up to last night, we were leaving Escaret, and and we went out of the place and we got a cab, right? And the cab driver works for the place. Okay, works for the place.
We never know.
She never knows, right? So we're in this new foreign land, right, in Mexico, first time. She's watched too many Queen of the South and Pablo Escobar movies.
And then I would say Criminal Minds. Okay.
In a Criminal Minds. But first thing she does is walks up with the car, takes a picture of the license plate, and then I didn't know this until this morning. She sends it to to our assistant. Hey, we're leaving here. I just want to make sure we're safe. You know where we're at, just in case we get kidnapped. Whatever it is, she's going on in her mind, right? Certainty. And I'm like, the dude works for the place, and the place, brought him to us, right? We walked over there. There's at least 20 people that witnessed us walking out with this gentleman, right? So, but her need to feel safe and secure about her future, and to, to avoid pain and to gain pleasure, the level of certainty. So, so if you're a certain type of a person, right? If you are that type of person, what are you going to do? You're going to stay on ground. You're not going to go up on the plane and jump off the plane.
I did.
Good example. She obviously was certain about the parachute that day. But anyway, so that's the level of certainty. Or you're going to make a decision to invest safely in the stock market, right? Because you know that for the last 100 years, this particular fund has given all their clients a level of a 3-4% return. Instead of going after 8, 9, 10% and risk, they're not going to take much risk.
That's why most people put their money in the bank, even though there's only 0.5% or 1% in interest return. Yeah. But it is a bank, You feel like you're going to certainly get your money back.
Yeah, the level of certainty that your money's going to come back is protected by this little plaque that says, secured, or backed by federal FDIC, right? So that's a level of certainty. That's why people put their money in the bank. Well, most awesome. So the second human need is a need for uncertainty. So, right, uncertainty of variety. So if you had certainty all the time, you know things are going to happen every single time the same exact way, you would be bored out of your mind. So there's got to be a level of uncertainty. The need for the unknown, the change, new stimulus, right? New, relationships need newness, right? The ability to have, if you just go to the same restaurant every Tuesday night, because you call that your date night, and you order the same stuff every single Tuesday, and you've gone there for the last 52 weeks this whole year, your marriage is not going to do so well. Does that make sense?
Well, it really depends, right? It also depends on the need, right? If both of you are certainty people and you just really enjoy it, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But statistically speaking, most men and, some of the women too, a lot of my friends are actually, drive a variety. They do need the newness in them, like for example, like Cease, right? With COVID-19, we eat at home, very healthy. I'm okay with that because I'm a certain person. I don't really need a lot of newness in my life, right? However, my man right here, he needs variety. So yesterday we went to, Escaret in Cancun. We got a lot of uncertainty out of it because I was scared out of my mind because I don't know how to swim. And he's like, just come on, just let's go, just pedal. I was like, dude, I don't know how to pedal, just do it. And I was like, I don't really embrace uncertainty as much as you do. Sometimes I do, obviously.
So it's a river, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't just a little pond or a little pool. It was a river, 45-minute ride that you swim through caves, right? So here's somebody.
This is how fight happens.
Yeah. So
right?
here's somebody who doesn't, who certainty driven, right? And she's like, I'm asking her to jump into this river that you're going to swim 45 minutes through dark caves, under the water, under the waterfall, and all kinds of other elements coming at you. And I'm this uncertainty guy, right? I just jump right in, right? You'll see a video of me jumping into the river, 70-degree river, and here she's like, I like my ground, but I'm like, come on in, So so that's uncertainty.
I was in shock because I didn't expect to swim without knowing how to swim. Luckily, I have a vest. But as soon as we walk in, he just want us to start swimming and doing. I was like, honey, it's only been less than 5 minutes.
Trying to swim to the bottom and everything.
Can you just give me a break? Let me get used to this new environment first. He's like, no, you're fine. Just come on in. I was like, okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, is there a certainty person around here? Can I get some certainty, please?
Yeah. And then the next human need is significance. The third human need is significance.
He definitely get a lot of those yesterday. He's like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah,
I got it. Just follow me, baby.
Yeah, feeling unique, feeling important, special, or needed, right? So yesterday she definitely needed me. Right?
I was like,
she had her,
please do not drown me.
She had her life jacket on. She had my life jacket on, and she had me. So, the level of certainty she needed. So, but I felt great. I felt needed. I felt special, unique, significant in her life at that time. And really, swimming through this river, it was a beautiful. Well, first off, it's called Xcaret down in south of Cancun, and it's beautiful. Right, beautiful experience.
If you have been there before, message down below
so
we know that you have been there, and tell people how amazing it is.
And talk about the significance of feeling unique. Like, not many people around the world has that chance to do something like this or do this particular, excavation. It was just such an amazing. It was beautiful. We had a great time, and that. When you're doing it, or after you're doing it, you're like, I feel really unique, feel special that I'm able to do something like this. When the world maybe half or more of the people can't do this, or won't do this, or something like that, or can't afford to, whatever it is, you feel a level of unique. So, like for example, when people buy a Louis Vuitton purse, or a purse like that, right, a $10,000 purse, do they really need a $10,000 purse? Of course not. Did that $10,000 purse did it only cost $150 to make, and the purse down at Walmart only cost $30 to make, and there's only a $120 difference in terms of both those purses? But why does one sell for $89? Why does one sell for $10,000? Because that level of uniqueness, that level of significance, that's special, that I can afford to carry this purse around.
Yes,
right?
I succeeded. If I can own a Louis Vuitton bag, I succeeded. And a lot of time, that is a significant that a lot of people actually do want, or, I don't know whether it's need or not, but sometimes, that's kind of like a measure point, right? Kind of like your goal setting. And a lot of people have that. And again, Louis Vuitton obviously did a great job on marketing.
Yes. Even, somebody who is religious, right? That's a level of significance there to say, hey, every single day I represent the Lord. I am His hands and feet, and I do this. I contribute my time. I'm out there doing missionary work. They feel a level of significance, level of uniqueness that I do this and most people don't or can't, right? So that's significance. And then the fourth human need is connection and love, right? Connection and love.
Yeah. So love and connection is a strong feeling of closeness. Or union with somebody or something. I actually thrive by, love and connection. I am a love and connection. That's my primary need. And then the second thing is actually certainty. So what it is, I give out a lot of love and connection, and I'm very, I'm always, I'm usually the one that's in the background. I'm not significant driven at all. But however, whenever I see my team or my group suffer pain, then my significant will come out, because I wanted to make sure that everybody feels good, and I wanted to connect with everyone. And you most likely will be able to feel, my connection right now. My love is like going towards you right now. But I'm that type of person. Everything is not about I. It's always about we. right? You will notice that if it's a love and connection person, they will always talk about the we. We're gonna do this together. We can figure this out together. We're gonna go through this together. Me and you, we're gonna conquer the world together. It's usually not a lot of I. If it's significant driven people, it's like, yeah, right there. Usually they would use a lot of the word I, right? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I did this. I figured this out. And the craziest part is, every relationship have polarity. We can talk about that, in another episode. But but usually, if you notice about a couple, usually there's one that's really strong and significant, and one is actually very strong with love and connection, because the love and connection be able to feed that into a significant, right? And usually, again, men usually come across more significant driven. Women usually come across a lot more, love and connection, because that is the, because we're mother, like the motherly love that we have. And again, if you tell me that you love me, it's I feel much better, 10 times more better than you buy me a Louis Vuitton bag, right? You give me a big hug, tell me that how much you love me, how much you cannot live without me. That's what I thrive for. What about you? Do you feel the same way? Do you just love that connection, love those kisses that you got from your son and your kids, right? That just warms my heart.
Yes. And then the fifth human need is the need to grow. The need for growth, right? This is to expand, to level up, to continuously grow. The need to not stay the same every week or even every month or every year. The ability to actually make progress, because really progress is happiness. If you look at life in general, if you're not happy, it's probably your life is not progressing somewhere. Mm-hmm. It's not growing, right? You're not making progress. And if you make progress, even if it's a little bit, you're going to be happy, right? Unless you don't celebrate it. You got to celebrate. That really makes you more happier than ever. But if you make progress, because progress equals happiness, that's so growth is being one of them. So, and then the sixth human need is the need to contribute, right? Contribution. This is a sense of service, a sense of focus on helping others, giving and supporting causes, supporting causes that you believe in, supporting causes that the world believes in. Maybe it's a cause that something happened in somewhere where there was a big tsunami or earthquake, and your need to contribute to that particular focus on that particular moment, that's a need for contribution, or just overall contribution to feed the hunger. Like, for example, with us Feeding America, we're heavily involved with that with Tony. Tony has a mission to provide and feed, provide 1 billion meals, right, by 2025, and we're on that journey with him. And Operation Underground Railroad we're really heavily involved in that with Dean Graziosi, Russell Brunson, and Tony Robbins, because the ability to our desire to end slavery and sex trafficking, children mainly, right, to end modern day slavery. That's just something that's near and dear to our heart. So we contribute to that movement, a lot as well. So
yes. So usually there's 6 human needs, right? Usually, when you first, growing up and you're becoming, you're getting to know your identity and get to know yourself. Usually, you will lay on those 4 first, which is certainty, uncertainty, significant driven, and love and connection. And then after you almost it's like you master, you really figure out where you wanted to go, then usually people will go into growth and contribution.
Which is your spiritual need.
Yes. And just like what he said, right? Before I got into Tony Robbins' world, I'm actually more of a certainty driven person, and then a love and connection. So if I don't get my certainty, I will, hold my love back. And that created a lot of issue with our marriage.
Yeah, and values within yourself. Those are your values, then become your needs, and values become in conflict. Yeah. Because there's a level of love and connection you want, but you're not getting certainty, so you're not giving love and connection. That now you're fighting within yourself. Even.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then after we went to Tony Robbins UPW, then I started to switch. It become a love and connection first, certainty second. Because again, if you want love and connection, you have to embrace the uncertainty, because we human are a very complicated soul. So it's really hard for you to constantly giving out love and connection without expecting something's going to go wrong, right? Because again, when things goes wrong, that's when you can actually give more love and connection. People appreciate more love and connection. That's why there was a conflict. So then I swap it from, so that I become love and connection, then become certainty driven. And then obviously, we have been floating in Tony Robbins' world for a while, and we started to learn a ton, and now we get to know ourselves, even more. So now, my primary need now is actually contribution and growth. Because if I contribute, I'll automatically get the love back, right? And then we are in a growth journey right now because we realize that, working hard is no longer really working well. You have to actually working smart and hard at the same time. That's where most successful people in the society, break through and get to the level they need to get. Yes. And that's the reason why, every morning, we just light up, it's this talking to you. It's just so amazing because it just warms our heart. I get the love back, through doing this journey. So right now, my biggest, top two needs is actually contribution and then growth, and then through that, obviously, I'll get, the rest of the four human needs in there.
So now that so now that you know the 6 human needs, right? Look at your life. Your partner made a decision, you made decisions, you guys have made decisions together. It's because you value, two of these 6 needs differently or value them more than the other. We all have we all have the need to meet all 6 of these, but you value 2 of them more than the other 4, right? So I'll use us as an example. Before we really walked on this journey, after we went and we learned, her need for certainty, love, and connection, right? This is prior to us having issues in our marriage. Mine was uncertainty and significance. So if you look at those, so you can pretty much picture how our life is. If I looked at you and you told us that as a couple, I can pretty much tell you what your story, without even getting to know you, I could pretty much tell you what decisions you made or something very close to that, or how your life has been. So our life, so we're business owners. So for the past 14 years of our 16-year marriage, significance driven, right? Build my team, grow my companies, expand my companies, build this company, run multiple companies, open up this company, expand to this territory, get this X amount of clients. And why? Because I just wanted to feel special. I wanted to feel unique, just to be able to say, yeah, I have X amount of companies, X amount of employees. We're in this territory, in this market, we've done these things, and this is how many clients we have. My level of significance, right? And it also fed my variety needs. I'm always busy. I'm always going.
Try new things.
And then here my wife is like, I just want to master one business or 2 businesses because I'm certainty driven. I want to grow this market first, and then we'll expand to another market, grow that. And here I'm exploding in 10 different markets. You know what I mean? And then for her, love and connection is like, I get my love and connection from the growth and my employees and the team that I'm building. And she's like, I just want the love and connection from you, dude. You know what I mean? First, I love and connection and everything else. So this caused some issues in our marriage. Does that make sense? So if you look at it that way. So that's our mini story for you, which ultimately then she's like, I'm alone. I feel alone. That's great that you have these companies. That's great that we've done these things. But gosh, I miss my husband, right? And I don't have very much certainty because guess what? My level of significance, my level of uncertainty, once I hit a certain success, hey, babe, I'll stop then. No. Why? Because once I hit it, I'm looking for the next target. Once I hit that target, I'm looking for the next. And here she's thinking, when he hits that target, it doesn't matter. He's going to go for the next target. So every time that I spoke as an entrepreneur, hey, I want to open up this company. I think we should be in this industry. I think we should grow this team. I think we should grow to this market. Every time I said that, she started like almost wanting to vomit, right? Because she knows that once I do that, I'm always going to keep going.
Yes, and I think and ultimately, please listen to us. This is actually the real reason why we almost got into a divorce. Because, as a woman at that moment, I'm a love and connection. I wanted to support him, right? We always got to fight, right, at the time. Because I was like, no, we shouldn't be doing more, because certainty, right? We need to get good at this first before we expand. And he's like, no, I want my significant and my, and my variety, we need to expand. And then here, and I at that moment, I don't know how to stop loving, right? I'm just keep giving. And then to a point too that I don't know how to refill myself with love. I got burnout. I was just like, you know what, I still love you, but I just don't have any more to give you.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of you right there, can feel that. Please, comment below, send us an email, private message me, if you're running into that and if you really do need help with it. Because at that moment, I was really, really lost. I was really vulnerable. I was really sad because I wanted to continue supporting him. I really wanted to continue to love him, but I'm done. Like, I just don't have any more. It's like a bank account. I am already negative. I'm negative.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing to come up from it. And then, but at the same time, he's like, well, you have been always supporting me and giving me all this. What is wrong? Like, why are you not supporting me right now? Is it me? And then obviously his significant kind of get hit. But at the moment, we don't know about the six human needs. We don't know how to articulate to each other why we are the way we are. Like, why are we even fighting, right? Why we're fighting? Because I'm protecting you, and I know that you're doing this for me, but we just don't know what is going wrong until we actually learn the six human needs.
Yeah, so a good movie scene to kind of depict this particular, just imagine, right? You remember the movie Titanic where Jack at the end, he's standing there at the clock at the top of the stairs. He's watching the top of the stairs. That's basically how she felt. She was standing there waiting for Rose, right, to come. After Rose died, she came right in the movie at the ending. And just imagine if that's how Phyllis felt. She's like Jack, standing there waiting at the clock, waiting for Rose to come me, and I never come. Does that make sense? I never die. I never come, into it. Just keeps going and going and going. And that's really how she felt. Eventually, she's gonna be like, I'm standing here looking like a fool at this clock. And it's never going to come. The time's never going to come because once he reaches that certain success goal, he's going to want another one. He's going to want another one. Because he's fueled and driven by that. So, mine has grown. I'm moving more towards my spiritual needs, right? I'm more growth, right, and contribution. And really, my level of certainty and significance, all that, is still there, but it's just not as high of a need for me anymore because I just want to grow. Right, and we do it together, which is amazing. And then my level
we strongly suggest you to grow together.
Correct, yeah, and we didn't do that. I was going a different opposite direction, so was she. And then our level of contribution now is just through the roof because we just want to. How can we give back? How can we wake up every single day and over-deliver, add value, impact lives, contribute our time, contribute our knowledge, contribute our money? Like, what can we do? Because that's the need that we want, right? And ultimately, we want to be the best examples for our children by doing that, and other people in our community and our employees as well. So,
I just want to bring back a little bit, so again, at the very, what really drawn us to each other is I am significant and love and connection driven, and he is significant and uncertainty variety driven. So we obviously, to a certain extent, I want what he has and he wants what I have,
right.
Like in the subconscious mind. So we got connected together, right? And I think most, couples that we work with is like that.
Yeah.
And then, but after they got together, that was the challenging part because obviously after you get into, your honeymoon stage and all that, you're going to get to a stage where it's like, why can you more like me? Or why can I more like you, right? But you don't know how to communicate with each other. That's the reason why we're introducing you with this. And then obviously now if you understand what is your need and what is the partner's need, then now you just have to figure out how can you get into the middle ground to fulfill each other's need. Because again, the key is if you do not fulfill those needs, chances is, this is the reason why, husband and wife cheats, or get the significant or get the certainty from somebody else, right? Again, it's not that they really want to do it, they just
needs are not being met.
There's just needs that's not being met, right? One of the couple that we work with, they love each other, man. They're just so in love with each other. They've been with each other for 30 years, and the husband
infidelity,
sorry, it's really hard for me to say this, to met with, and a younger, woman, and
so the need that he needed.
And this is not the first time that we hear about this. It's just, this is going on and on, a lot. Because the women, the women that he's having relationship with, it's just like, oh man, I adore you, right? You're so amazing, right? You're so, So the women technically put
felt
him
needed.
Yeah,
He felt needed.
Yeah, and significant too.
Yeah,
Because
that's
my
he felt
goodness,
needed.
you're my hero. You're so amazing. And obviously, like in other movies that you can hear, it's like, oh man, I don't know why your wife is doing that, right? I don't know why, she's not, treasure, a guy like you, right? I mean, have you heard about those, like stories, right? And that's really because the wife was not really meeting the need, and another woman scoop in and feel that need for that person, and vice versa, right? So just be very careful if that's where you are right now. Please, subscribe, like, and comment on our channel and video, because again, we wanted to help you. We know where you are, and we know that you're hardworking people, and you deserve the happiness that you want.
Yes. So again, thank you for. We've gone a little bit longer because we felt that this 6 Human Needs is something so powerful that we needed to deliver this to the world. And we shared you stories of what they are, but then we also shared stories of us, how we ended up where we were at, and and why we made some decisions. Again, these are the driving forces of your life. The quality of your life is determined by the decisions you make. Decisions are driven by the needs, whether they are met or are not met. Your overall well-being is really based on whether you are happy or unhappy, and it's really all about needs. So again, like this video, comment below, share us. If you believe that somebody in your life right now, somebody you love, needs this, please share us, and then subscribe to our channel. This way you can get alerted every single time that we do something, a recording, or upload a live or a post. So please let us know, and we definitely want to impact your life. So God bless you. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.